Hi, everybody. Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Amazing Cultivation Simulator. So, I'm playing this here in 2021 completely blind. I know nothing about this except that Steam was advertising it, and something about it just tickled my fancy. The way that it seems to be a Chinese mythologically themed. They said it was like RimWorld, which I equate with Dwarf Fortress, simulator kind of game. So I'm thinking they said agricultural. So there's this feel of, all right, maybe it's like Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley, Graveyard Keeper type of game. I don't know. And then, yet, from what I read in the Steam reviews, just to try to get an idea of it, that this game is so big and so wild that there isn't maybe even a fair comparison. Even, the music, the vibe that I'm getting just from this opening screen is crazily unique. With, this Chinese dragon here, they're playing Go. There's these mythological creatures. There's a toad smoking a pipe. This large pig man with fans. I don't know what's happening, but I'm interested. So I'm going to start with the tutorial. Now, this is a Chinese game developed by a Chinese game company, I do believe, and it's just now in English, and I understand that the translation is a little bit wonky at times, but I'm still going to give this a go, so let's dive in. Alright, so the prologue. Tai Sect, Mount Full Moon. The year, Tai Yi Sect. The year is coming to an end, and the sect leader has retreated into complete isolation in order to practice and reach the Golden Core state. But as for the rest of the sect, they are already in full celebration. Unlock Classic by completing the Prologue tutorial. Okay, so this game mode here, Classic game mode, which is, I suppose, just like what you would normally boot up, you can't even do that until you do this part of the tutorial, and that is fine with me. So let's play it. Alright, it's loading. Placing a dragon bell at an appropriate location can ensure the safety of outer disciples. That means nothing to me, except it sounds cool. Dragon bell always sounds like a good thing. Oh my. Okay, there's people running around wildly. I have a large temple here. Interesting. What is happening? There's a heron flying. More of my area that I'm looking at, I suppose. People everywhere. I mean, there's base building. These people are eating, enjoying some rice.
Yet another marvelous adventure to retell. Here now, he even found a piece of Lumina core. I'm so jealous.
Okay, so there is voice acting, but the volume is very, very low on the voices, and I'm going to have to figure out in the settings how to turn that up, because they did actually get some English-speaking folk to do the voice acting, and I always love what voice acting adds to games. But anyway, my fellow disciple returned yesterday with yet another marvelous adventure to retell. Here now, he even found a piece of Lumina core. I'm so jealous. So I don't know what Lumina core is. I'm jealous because I don't know what it means. But it looks like they call each other disciples. So maybe that's the name of all the people in the game. They're disciples of this shrine or temple that I live in. I don't know. This entire game appears to have a smoky, liquidy layer that's running across very slowly the top of the surface of things to just add a very mysterious element.
Yeah, I wish I knew what the way. If this sect leader successfully reaches the Golden Core state, our Taiyu sect will gain much fame.
Okay, so she's a female, I guess, by the F there, and she says that if the sect leader successfully reaches the Golden Core state, our Tai sect will gain much fame. And that's a part of the focus of this game that seems so unusual and intriguing to me. It's called Amazing Cultivation Simulator, right? And so, like, or simulation. And when I think cultivation and a game like this, I'm immediately thinking Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley, and I see crops growing in the field over here, right? But from what I understand, they mean the cultivation of the individual's spirit or journey or personal growth as opposed to the land, or not opposed to, but in addition to the land. And there's maybe even more emphasis on personal cultivation as opposed to agricultural cultivation. Maybe. I don't know. We're going to see.
Our sect leader is well experienced, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Look, what's going on with her? She looked really upset during dinner. Did I do something wrong?
You did a lot wrong. No, you didn't.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that it's not because of you.
Okay. So there's some, like, relationship discourse happening.
You can find most character info on the character panel. Stats, mood, health, etc. Mood is the most important aspect of a character as it displays his or her emotions and needs. One of the core ways of maintaining a healthy and functioning sect is to pay attention to the emotions and needs of its characters.
Okay, so this would be the very Dwarf Fortressy part of the game. Now, I haven't played RimWorld, so I understand that's probably an analog for a lot of people. But for me, you know, the fact that the characters respond to their surroundings and they display their personality traits, that is kind of part and parcel with the idea of getting all of your dwarves to cooperate, but it's the same metric. So this is interesting. So this guy's or girl is a pessimist. They want more space. They find things interesting. They think the scenery is just ordinary and the temperature is okay, and this affects their overall mood. Okay, so check the mood menu. So I click on this person, and then when I click on her, and I'm not going to be able to pronounce these Chinese names accurately or correctly, I apologize. The upper right little icon here with the portrait is the basic stats, and I can push C or click on it to get this, and this brings up this person's character panel. Whoa, holy smokes. Okay, so right away you can see the depth of the game being displayed. Now they're gating a lot of this so that I can just do the tutorial and I don't have to be completely overwhelmed. But I'm looking at it and they have 12 skills over here. They have this like hexagon with attributes that are pulling their personality or strengths and weaknesses towards, you know, a different shape here based on their aptitudes. And then I don't know what this means. She was an abandoned baby, so she was like an orphan, and then she was a beggar for a bit. Maybe this is like her backstory or something. She gets exhausted and she's handsome. I don't know. And then it tells you like what their ideal temperature is, what their move speed is, accuracy, dodge, perception, lifespan. Holy smokes. Okay, let's check this out. And this is her mood. And so somebody has become the sect leader, and it's horrible. This is a bad... so they don't like the new leader. I slept the whole night on the cold, hard ground. My body is aching all over. Okay, so they had a bad night's sleep. I ate some bad food. So these are all things that upset me in the red. These white reactions are not overwhelmingly positive like the green is, but they're not entirely neutral either. Oh no, they're like, they can be negative or positive, but they're within a reasonable range. So she's famished, meaning that she's getting a -8 to her mood, but that's not horrible. She had interrupted sleep because it was too noisy. Her room is okay. She had a good chat with this dude, I'm guessing. She likes the temperature. The feng shui of the room is not bad. Things seem to be going well. And then she has a colorful life. There's a lot of things to do. There's a beautiful landscape, and she feels full of energy after sleeping. So this mood here seems antithetical to the fact that she slept on the ground and she had interrupted sleep. So I'll have to see how this shakes out. But anyway, I can close this.
Stop worrying. Only us women can understand what another woman is thinking. If you want to...
What? What just happened? The world is shaking. Oh my goodness.
We're being attacked!
There's some kind of battle going on here. Let's fight back. The tree is on fire. What? Don't burn my tree. There's laser beams. What are these lasers? Are these kites? What is happening? There's a bow flying.
Keyboard or middle mouse button to adjust the camera.
Okay.
Use left click to select. Use right click to cancel selection. Roll mouse wheel to zoom the camera.
Okay. I can zoom, and I can zoom out. Okay, cool.
I have stayed long in the core shaping state. But our sect is being invaded, and I have to risk a breakthrough to turn the tide. As I am a practitioner of the Sixth Path's reincarnation law, my breakthrough requires an environment with water. I need you to help build an ice crystal cauldron in order to change the element and feng shui here.
Alright, so we need to change the feng shui to water element so this dude can have a breakthrough. So we need to build an ice crystal cauldron. Sure, just another day.
At my master's command. But I am still just an outer disciple. I won't be able to endure the cold near the ice crystal mine.
Okay, so he's an outer disciple, so he won't be able to handle the cold.
Take this talisman of Supreme Yang. It will make you impervious to the cold. Please, hurry.
Okay, so he's given me a talisman of extreme yang, which makes me impervious to cold.
Yes, master.
That's good. Yes, master.
System. Characters cannot be controlled directly. Instead, most interactions are done by giving them orders. Click a function and select a target character to complete the order.
Ah, okay, so this is where it feels like Dwarf Fortress. So you can't actually take control of a person and move them around. You have to give them an order, and they may or may not do what you ask. Alright, select a character to equip the talisman. Him. Click equip, and then say this thing. He did it.
Good. Next, you will need to mine ice crystal ore from the hills and smelt it into ice crystal bars. The furnace is next to the mine.
Alright, the furnace is next to the mine. Yes, master.
Collecting resources is also done by issuing orders.
Okay.
Different resources have different orders.
Okay.
For example, mine is for ores, and chop is for trees.
Sure. Alright, so I'm going to click mine ore, and then we're going to... This is the furnace, I guess, and we're going to click this.
When an order is given, characters will automatically accept the tasks according to the configurations in work and finish it.
Okay. So he's accepting this task based on the conditions.
Is an important hotkey. Press space to pause.
Ah.
You can still give orders while the game is paused.
And thank God, this is how I play games like this. I pause it, I give people orders, I unpause it. Let's raise the game speed. Up. Go faster. Here he goes.
You have obtained the ice crystal ore. Hurry up and smelt it into ice crystal bars at the furnace. As you are an outer disciple, you already know how to smelt the ore.
I do? Because I'm an outer disciple. Alright, so I can smelt it. I just had a hard time gathering it without the talisman, but I've got it. I like this pinwheel, by the way. Okay.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Using orders need to be given at the right structure.
Okay.
Once the order has been set, characters will automatically move the material to said structure and complete the task.
Okay. Select the furnace. Click Produce. Add ice crystal bar to the queue. Close this window. There he goes.
Good. Now, build an ice crystal cauldron and change the elemental attribute where I practice.
So here comes the bar, and now it's time to build the cauldron.
Structures are the core of developing a sect.
A sect.
A building's attribute depends on the main material used in the construction, and its attribute also affects the surrounding environment. For example, a structure made from ice crystal bars will increase the surrounding water attribute.
Okay.
The 5 elements are an important part of this world. The interactions between the elements affect the entire world. Breakthrough, feng shui, artifact crafting, etc.
Alright, so the 5 elements affect breakthrough, feng shui, artifact crafting, etc.
Take structure feng shui as an example.
Uh-huh.
Fire element buildings in a water element environment will have bad feng shui as water extinguishes fire.
Uh-huh.
Fire element buildings in a wood element environment will have great feng shui as wood feels fire.
I see. So fire element buildings in a wood element environment will have great feng shui as wood fuels fire. That is one way to think about what wood does to fire. Okay, fine.
And when performing breakthrough for a state, practicing a law of wood in an environment of metal will be difficult because metal cuts wood. If one instead does it in an environment of water, the success rate of a breakthrough will increase because water nourishes wood.
Okay. So, metal cuts wood. So this must be metal. And it cuts wood. But water nourishes wood. Let's select build, decoration, cauldron, ice crystal bar, put it here.
Yes, Master. I will start building the cauldron right away.
It's going to start building.
Work schedule is a core strategic function in which you can establish a set of priorities for outer disciples. The priorities are listed from left to right.
Mm-hmm.
A task with a lower priority will only be done if there are no other performable tasks of higher priority.
Wow.
Top priority allows a task to take precedence over all other tasks.
Okay, so work schedule are so they're listed from left to right, and this makes sense. Firefighter is the most important thing. Like if something's on fire, that should take precedence. And then crafting is like almost one of the last ones. And then anything else is set above that, then they will do that. So if you've initiated any orders for, like for example, cooking, and then you go ahead and do a tailor order, if the cooking orders haven't been executed, then everyone will go do that, and you won't get any tailoring done until all of these orders are filled. But you can then maybe give something top priority to give it precedence over all other tasks. If it's like super important. Alright. Work. So here's this dude. And we want to make Yang Da be a builder. Now, I don't know what this number indicates. What, like, his skill level at it, I guess? Or how long it's going to take? Anyway, I don't know. I just clicked this here, and I cross this out, and then, so he's going to go build.
Well done.
He did it.
Now, as all the conditions are right, I will begin my breakthrough. Please hurry up and activate the sword shield to buy us some time.
Okay. So he wants me to activate the sword shield to buy us some time. Here I am. This thing looks pretty intense. So he's over here working on this. And he did that. And here comes whatever these things are. They're fighting. And
Cowards! How dare you attack us while I am in closed cultivation?
see cultivation.
Now that I've reached the golden core state, prepare to die.
So I guess like I'm some kind of religious sect. And my goal, at least in this tutorial, is to help my leader reach a state of enlightenment. Interesting. Alright, now he's all like super powerful. He's flying around on a celestial sword. And he shoots out beams. And these... oh my gosh, they're all dead.
I have reached the golden core state. Our tiny sect will make an example out of these wicked souls.
Uh-huh.
All disciples, heed my order. Chase down our enemies and spare no one.
Wow. Okay. Yes, Master. We'll do what you say.
Congratulations on finishing the Amazing Cultivation Simulator tutorial. Most of the game content is not available here due to time limitation, so you will have to explore the world on your own. You can access the help manual by clicking the help button in the bottom right corner. Wish you the best.
Wow. Cool. So we completed the tutorial, and yes, there was very, very little of the game for us to actually do, as they were trying to teach us things in the most limited and controlled fashion so that we didn't get our minds exploded by Amazing Cultivation Simulator. I have to say, I am not far into this, but I am really enjoying it. You have finished the Prologue, Classic and Land of Illusion unlocked. Now you can check tutorials or a new game to explore by yourself. Okay, so there are other tutorials we could do, Basic, Cultivation, Development, and Advanced. And I could just jump into it, but I think that it's best to do as many tutorials as possible because this game looks very, very complicated. Like it. On the one hand, it's familiar because it's Dwarf Fortressy, but then on the other hand, there are new elements that I've never dealt with, and I'm really excited to try them out. It looks like a lot of fun. There's a lot of silliness that comes when you have, you know, these random characters with personalities and interests and dislikes and things like that. So I really want to see how all of the systems balance together, especially when some of the training wheels are slowly removed. We will get into these other tutorials in the next episode, or episodes, I should say. Everyone, I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this brief glance at the Prologue tutorial of Amazing Cultivation Simulator, and are starting to get a feel, like I am, of what this is all about. I am really eager to get further in the game and see more of what is out there, what it really feels like to sit down and play a game of it. But I have to say, it has certainly piqued my interest. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you have an excellent evening or day. And if you've got any ideas about this game yourself, initial impressions, or you've played it before and you have an opinion you'd like to cast about it, in the comments below, please, I'd love to hear. What are your initial impressions? What do you think about this game? Does this look fun? Do you want to see me play more of this game? you know, what do you take away from this little bit that we've seen together? All right, everybody. Think about that. Post your comments below. I can't wait to read them, and I will check you in the next episode. Take care.